Welcome back to Weekend Prime. I'm Robinson Okenye. It is now 1 year since the tragic day that changed the lives of several families in Kenya forever. June 25th will forever remain etched in the hearts and memories of families that lost their loved ones to bullets fired by the police on that day. Today, they cling to fading memories as justice remains painfully a pipe dream. So far, no arrests, no answers, but only silence from the very leaders they trusted to stand for them. KTN's Wanjiku Wanjiru brings you their voices, their pain, and their unanswered questions in a special report, Delayed Justice.
In Kenya, June 25, 2024, is a constant reminder of shattered dreams, silenced voices, and justice never gotten. It marks the day when young people took to the streets with hope in their hearts and fire in their voices. Some never made it home. For the mothers and fathers whose children were killed, injured, abducted, or disappeared, that date is more than history. It is a scar etched into their lives, a wound that reopens with every sunrise. For them, June 25th is not just a memory, it is a day time stood still. A year later, no arrests, no arraignments, no answers, no accountability, only silence, grief, and a government that seemingly looked the other way. Inside this modest home in Nakuru, the walls hold more than memories, they hold grief. The family of Violet Gwazima has spent the last 1 year waiting for answers, mourning a son taken too soon. Her son, Kelvin Madaga, was brutally killed during the height of the Gen Z protests.
Kufika mochari, niliona maajabu. Nilipata kijanangu, amekufa. Ameshutiwa kichwa. Nikauliza mwenye anakaa pale, nauliza aje, huyu kijana alipatikanaje hapa? Akasema, unajua huyu kijana alileta hapa asubuhi, alikuwa ICU, amekufia ICU. Kuna polisi ambaye alimbeba akapeleka Medi na wakapeleka ICU, hakuwa anaongea. Nilichoka.
Gwazima recalls the many struggles she has faced raising her 3 children alone after losing her husband years ago, only to endure the unimaginable pain of burying one of them, not taken by time but by 3 bullets.
Sasa hao watoto nimelea katika shida. Napika chakula, kutembeza, niuze, nikasomesha watoto, wamemaliza shule, wameshutiwa na serikali. Nifanye nini?
This left the family with a wound that bleeds every single day. As the saying goes, only a parent truly understands the pain of losing a child. For Gwazima, the pain runs deeper than words.
Nilizika mtoto kama kichwa hakuna. Mtoto wangu alikufa kama sura hakuna.
Naona kaka Kevin ameacha shimo ingine hapa. Huwa inani hata nikiamka asubuhi najiuliza Keva alienda ama yuko tu mahali yutarudi. But narudi namaliza tu kama yuko juu. Every day nikiamka ni picha huwa nakutananga naye kwa ukuta. Naenda naangalia huyu mtoto wetu kweli alienda. Kevin alikuwa kila kitu kwa hii boma.
In Machakos County, Ericson Mutise's mother clings on to the memories of her son, 25-year-old, who was also caught in the chaos of the Gen Z protests. He was fatally shot, his voice silenced before it had a chance to be heard.
Huyo kijana akazima simu. Nikapiga tena nikamuuliza, ati umeniambia Eric ameshafika mbinguni? Aje sasa? Na nilikuwa na Eric saa 4:30 nilikuwa na Eric saa hiyo. Hebu niambie ukweli. Akaniambia, mama, acha nikwambie. Eric ameshutiwa na ameanguka na amekufa na saa hii ako mbinguni. Hata hakujua kama ni Eric. Aliniambia, nikamuuliza ameshutiwa wapi? Akaniambia hata kichwa yake saa hii haiko.
The sudden death of their son hit them in a way they never expected, leaving them traumatized and with a part of their hearts forever broken.
Maisha bila Eric sisi hatujaizoea sana, hata hatujaisahau. Tunakaanga tu tunasema kama Eric akikuwa hapa. Kama tarehe 25 sasa ilikuwa Disemba. Unajua tulikuwa tumemzoea 24th akikuja. Sasa unajua ilikuwa vigumu setu njoo hatukumuona akikuja. Sasa tulikaa tu hapa tukafikiria kama Eric akikuwa tungekuwa mbali sana.
The pain becomes even deeper for these families as justice feels out of reach. They say they cannot find peace, knowing that those who fired live bullets at their children still walk free. Instead, they are met with silence from the government, denial, and promises that remain unfulfilled.
Investigations are going on, and we will get to the bottom of it.
Mr. President,
I am telling the mother of this young person that I, as president, will make sure that finally I will give her an explanation of what really happened and make sure that we bring this to a situation where, like her, like myself who have children, she too can be, her child can be accounted for.
Nikaona rais anakataa eti mtoto hajakufa. Baadaye nikaona amesema kama ni yeye amekufa ataita mamake. Hadi sasa tukiongea, rais hajui kama mtoto wangu alikufa, hajui kama kuna mtoto anaitwa Kennedy Onyango na ni mdogo alikufa.
Government kuna siku walituambia, kuna president kuna siku aliadvertise, alisema kwa TV kama majina zipelekwe. Unajua tulipeleka 61 juu mimi nilikuwa hako ndani na venye adapt sile watoto wenye walipotea. Tulipeleka yote kwa office of the president. Kutoka siku hiyo wamenyamaza, government imenyamaza, kila kitu imenyamaza.
According to Hussein Khalid, a human rights activist and CEO of Vocal Africa, a sense of betrayal from the very leaders they elected to represent them drove Kenyans to voice their concerns themselves.
As people who were in the streets a few days ago, we were very angered that we are communicating with you. The whole country is out here telling you, don't pass this bill. And you are there actually insisting that you will pass that bill. So are you there representing your personal interests or are you representing the masses?
The protests were hijacked by politicians and hired goons, shifting the original purpose and tainting the movement. What began as a peaceful stand against a punitive bill quickly descended into chaos, resulting in the destruction of property worth millions and blatant violations of human rights.
Some of them engaging in deliberate criminal acts. I think on several intervals we saw them breaking into mobile phone shops. We saw them damaging vehicles. You know, there were all sorts of criminal activities that were then carried out, not by the real Gen Zs. The real Gen Zs wanted to come out to deliver the message.
According to a report by Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, out of the 60 death cases they registered, the authority has completed 22 investigations, actively pursuing 36, and has 2 cases currently before the courts. The report also stated, and I quote, "The authority also observed instances of non-cooperation from both police officers and witnesses, which has hampered the progress of some investigations. Nevertheless, the board is actively engaging the police command to address this challenge and ensure justice for all victims. This remains the only communication these families have received from authorities since they recorded their statements with IPOA nearly a year ago. They remain determined, vowing not to rest until accountability is served. Their demands are clear: arrest the perpetrators and compensate the grieving families.
So we have to get them, number one, arrested, tried in a court of law, to be heard, so that even when they're jailed, they know that, well, we've gone through due process.
Kijana wangu alipita mtihani vizuri. Nikatarajia kwamba kesho nitakula matunda kutoka kwake. Hakuna matunda nilipata kwake. Ni kaburi ndio nilipata, nikaenda kuzika. Ninaomba serikali, nataka tu haki itendeke kwa mtoto wangu.
And compensation is not about money, or it's not about, thinking that, you'll bring that person back to life. No. But compensation is a form of acknowledgement, like a certificate of some sort, that yes, your child went through a lot and he suffered, he paid the ultimate price in this protest, and to acknowledge that, to remember that this is a small token. Of course, no amount of money can bring back the dead, but we're saying this will be a step towards closure.
They lie in their graves in eternal silence, their lives having ended in torture and bullets from the men and women they trusted to protect them. Their loved ones now cherish their memories amid never-drying tears. For these families, the quest for justice remains raw and a bitter path to walk. After all, heroes are created by hard times. Wanjiko Wanjiru, KTN.
Officer, why? You are dead of my father. What have we done? What have we done? What have we done? After this, in this police